Is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Well, hard to believe that we've got another week to go through. We're middle of the way through August. We'll be with you at noontime tomorrow. They're all day games this week. So noon today, noon tomorrow, and noon on Thursday. And we are with the St. Louis Cardinals. We have a one-game lead over the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Cardinals are 67-43, and they face Ralph Kiner and the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are above 500. They're 56-53. 10 games out of first. Not impossible for the Pirates to really make some noise, but they really would have to play very well. So it's Murray Dixon for the Pirates and Red Munger for the St. Louis Cardinals as we start another week. Would you believe we're down to 6 weeks left in the season? Yeah! As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1949. Today, August 13th, 1949, from Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, a hot and rainy night on the Mississippi River. It is the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today's game, is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So hopefully you are all having a good day, a kind of a chilly day here. In fact, the wife is actually making chili. Red Munger taking his warm-up tosses. He is 30 years old, a fastball pitcher at 86, and a standard pitcher. Making start 21 on the year. Against the Pirates, this is his third go-around, 17 and a third innings, 14 hits. 11 runs, 9 earned. How you doing, Mr. Forsberg? 8 walks and 13 strikeouts. He is 2-0 with an ERA of 4.67 against them. Overall, he is 11-5 with a 4.19 ERA. He last pitched a week ago on the 7th against the Giants in a loss, 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 8, which is a season high, and struck out 5. So in 146 innings, he's allowed 131 hits, 8 home runs, 72 in total, 68 earned. He's walked 78 and struck out 82. And here's the lineup he'll face. Stan Rojek leads off for the Pirates at short. Safel is in center field. He'll bat second. Johnny Hopp is at first. He'll bat third. Ralph Kiner cleans up in left field. Harry Walker, or Dixie Walker rather, is in right field. He'll bat fifth. Bachman, don't know if Turner and Overdrive are there, but Bachman's at third and he'll bat sixth. Bascal at second will go seventh. Phil Macy behind the plate will go eighth, and Murray Dixon in his 145 pitches, will bat ninth. Defensively for St. Louis, Ina Slaughter a 5 and a 4 in left. Stan Musial a 7 and a 7 in center. He's a better right fielder. Ron Northey is a 2 and an 8 in right. Tommy Glaviano an 8 at third. Mr. Klein is a 3 at short. Red Shanedeens, so no Marty Marion. Red Shanedeens is a 9 at second. Nelson is a 5 at third. So no Nippy Jones. It's a night game, Mark. Joe Garagiola behind the plate. He's a 6 and a 6, and Munger a 7 on the mound with a 977 fielding percentage. 93 degrees, the wind blowing right to left at 16, and it's raining this 13th night of August. A Saturday night in St. Louis. Rojek at 280, no homers and 36 RBI. And Munger starts this game with a ground ball to Nelson. Oh, takes it to the bag himself, 1 out. Then I'll bring up Tommy Safel. Tom at 535, nice April number in the middle of August, with a homer and 7 RBI. Line drive to third. Glaviano is there. 2 out. Here's Johnny Hop. Johnny at 362. 5 triples. 4 homers. And 41 RBI. 2 out. Top of the first. Hop. Ground ball declined deep in the hole over to Nelson. And that will retire the side. Pirates go in order. Half an inning in the books. No score. So it is indeed Murray Dixon. And Murray making his 13th start of the year. He's 32 years old, fastball pitcher, 83, and a standard pitcher. He is 6-8 with a save and an ERA of 3.69. Against the Cardinals, this is his 4th start. 24 2/3 innings, 33 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned. He has walked 8, struck out 7. He is 0-3 with an ERA of 4.38. Last appearance was against the Cubs on the 9th. He went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, a run it was earned, and a strikeout. Looks like his last start was July 28th against the Giants. 127 innings, 129 hits, 10 home runs, 62 in total. 52 earned, was walked 46, and struck out 33. And poor Murray didn't show up for picture day. So here's a lineup for St. Louis. Randy Blackman used to live just up a few miles north of us here in Bellingham. Up by the border. Isn't that cool? Red Chaindeans leads off at second base. Klein will bat second at short. Then it's a whole gaggle of lefties. Stan Musial in center will bat third. Enos Slaughter cleans up in left. Ron Northey in right will bat fifth. Nelson at first will bat sixth. Gary Giola behind the plate will bat seventh. Glaviano at third will bat eighth. And Munger, who threw 11 pitches in his half of the first, will bat ninth. Ralph Kiner is 6 and a 5 in left. Tommy Safel is a 5 and a 4 in center. Dixie Walker a 2 and a 7 in right. Bachman is a 5 at third. Rojek a 4 at short. Basgall a 3 at second. And Hop a 5 at first. Macy a 4 and a 6 behind the plate. And Dixon is an 8 on the mound with a .963 fielding percentage. Shane Dean steps in at .297. 2 homers and 45 RBI. And there's a slow chopper by the bag at second. Rojek has it over to first, 1 out. So Lou Klein at 184, 3 homers and 13 RBI. There's a fly ball to left. 2 out. Here's Musial. 309, 22 homers, and 88 RBI. And there's a line drive to Dixon, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 1 in St. Louis, no score. So here's Kiner, Dixie Walker, and Bachman to follow. Ralph at 311, 40 home runs on the 13th day of August, and 110 RBI. Be curious to see if he or Jackie Robinson finishes higher for the MVP. Pitch to Kiner. There's a flat pop-up left side. That'll not leave the infield. Klein is there. Dodges the raindrops, 1 out. Here's Dixie Walker at 289, a homer, and 18 RBI. Pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Glaviano across the way to Nelson for the out. 2 out for Eddie Bachman. Not a name I'm all that familiar with. Hitting .224, 8 homers, and 24 RBI. 2 out, top the second, no score. There's a fly ball to right. Northey will go back to the base of the track, make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played an inning and a half at Sportsman's. No score. So Enos Slaughter, Ron Northey, and Mr. Nelson to face Dixon here in the second. Slaughter at .356, 8 homers, and 61 RBI. Cardinals a 1-game bulge over the Dodgers. And the Pirates are 10.5 back. 1-1-1 the game number for St. Louis, and 1-10 for Pittsburgh. There's a ground ball to third. Bachman on the grass. Snap throw. Slaughter's running, and he's out. They barely got him. So 1 out for Northey. Ron at .251, 4 homers and 34 RBI. Jamie says, man, after my first attempt so far to use OOTP, seeing APC makes me appreciate it even more. Yep. Pitch to Northey. There's a pop-up, shallow right center. Safel comes in, rides the Schwinn, 2 out. So here's Rocky Nelson. It looks like he's taking his Marine Corps mugshot there, doesn't it? Rocky at .247, 3 homers and 26 RBI. And, we've had a fight. We had a fan leave and run around the field. And so that took a good half hour to quell that, which is going to knock down some pitch counts here. And so, I guess one of Dave Little's wrestlers got loose again. Not supposed to disrupt these games. Pitch to Nelson. Here's a line drive down the line and right. Walker can't get there. Nelson is on with a single. And so, a half hour to wait in that at bat. Here's Gary Giola. Joe at .290. 3 homers and 31 RBI. So day ball all week, daytime today, daytime tomorrow, and daytime Thursday. Pitch to Joe is a ground ball to Rojek, and he'll flip it to Baskill at second. It was Lutez. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 2, no score. So it's Monty Baskill at .206. 2 homers and 22 RBI. Phil Macy and Murray Dixon to follow. On a hot, windy, rainy night in St. Louis. The pitch from Munger is a line drive to right. Northey's there, 1 out. So it brings up Macy. Phil struggling since coming over from the Braves at 187. 2 homers and 16 RBI. Ball 4. So the first walk, and now bring up the pitcher. Glaviano and Nelson play for the bunt. Dixon at 159 with 2 RBI. Munger deals. Runner goes. It's a ground ball back to Munger. The hit and run was on. Over to Nelson for the out. So 2 out. Top of the lineup, Rojek. Stan is 0 for 1. Munger is opening 9 on 2 2/3 innings. 34 pitches and a walk. Pitch. There's a base hit right center field. That should score Macy. It will score Macy. The Pirates go up 1-0 as Musial throws it back in. So Pittsburgh gets first blood. Bachman, Bockman, later scouted for the Phillies, where he was credited for signing Bob Boone, Larry Boa, Joe Charbonneau, who ended up with the Indians, Buck Martinez, Ricky Jordan, Randy Lurch, Dick Ruthven, I feel like I'm doing 9 to 1,000 stars here, John Vukovic, and Bob Walk, among others. That's what Wikipedia says, and we're sticking to it. Here's Fayetteville. Tom is 0 for 1. 1-0 Pirates. There's a ground ball up the box. Munger stabs it over to first, and that will retire the side. But Pittsburgh gets a run on a hit. They leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 Pirates. So Glaviano, Munger, and Shane Dienst to face Dixon here in the third. And remember, we had that half-hour delay because we had a disturbance in the force. Pitch to Glaviano. Foul back behind the plate. Tommy at 255, a homer, and 13 RBI. And it was nice of the game to do that because I forgot to read his numbers. The 0-2. And that's going to drop in for a base hit in the left center field. Kiner picks it up, and that's a single. Second hit for the Cards. Munger will bunt here. He's at 283, a homer, and 7 RBI, but nobody out. You put the squeeze on, or you put the bunt down, and it rolls foul. So the count now is 0-2, and Munger can hit. So we'll pull the bat back and swing away. That didn't work. He struck out. He swings and misses at an 83-mile-an-hour fastball, 1 out. So Dixon is opening 9 on 29 pitches. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits and a strikeout. Shane Dienst is 0 for 1. And there's a base hit into right field. Glaviano will hold at second. Runners on first and second. 1 out for Klein, who's 0 for 1. I like that Pittsburgh logo. It does feel kind of swashbuckly. Pitch to Klein. There's a fly ball to right. Crowd likes it. Walker in the corner. Dixie will track it down. Glaviano will tag. And with 2 out, hold. Mike Lieberthal, the best Philly catcher down here in Fayetteville. Oh, nice. So Glaviano in scoring position. Shane Dienst on first for Musial. Stan is 0 for 1. Dixon's pitch. Little chopper to short. Rojek underhands it to second, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Pittsburgh. So, here are the standings. I'm going to take a drink. Cardinals lead by 1 over the Pirates, the Dodgers rather, 7 over the Giants, 9.5 over the Phillies. That one I didn't have to think about. Pirates have won 7-10. In the American League, it's 8 over Cleveland by the Yankees, and the Red Sox have cut the deficit to 13. Then the Tigers and the Senators at 15.5. Philadelphia by 17. Chicago by 21.5. And the Browns are 25.5 back. Even the Reds are almost a 500 team at home. Big gulp of strawberry banana smoothie. Hop is 0 for 1. Munger, 38 pitches through 3. Top of the 4th starts with a line drive to Shane Dienst, 1 out. Rain continues here. It's cooled off a degree to 92. Here's Kiner. Ralph is 0 for 1. I think the Babes mark is safe for this year. He's only hit 6 since the All-Star break. Kiner has. Here's a base hit in the left field. Slaughter picks it up. Kiner digging for 2, and he's in there with his 15th double of the year. So 1-0 Pittsburgh. Top the 4th, 1 out. Here's Walker. Dixie is 0 for 1. Munger's pitch. Line drive to Nelson, and Rocky's got it. 2 out. Eddie Bachman, the scout, as D. Scott Howard tells us, is 0 for 1. There's a ground ball at the box. Klein has it over to first, and that will retire the side. No runs. The Pirates leave a runner on after 3.5. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. So Slaughter in his 9-game hitting streak. Northey and Nelson. What was I going to say? I was going to say something and now I can't remember. Oh, yeah. T.B. Pauly, who you know from YouTube in his wide world of sports, my latest follower here on Twitch, and he has been streaming some stuff on Twitch. So follow T.B. Pauly, and if you'll subscribe on YouTube, you can be a follower on Twitch. He gets enough, he can actually take subscribers and make some money. Fayetteville Woodpeckers home opener is tonight. Who are they with, Mark? Pitch to Slaughter is a little chopper into short. Rojek on the grass, but gets a good throw off the hop. 1 out. Here's Northey. Ron is 0 for 1. Okay, ground ball to second. Baskall over to hop. 2 out. So both pitchers pitching really well on this warm and sticky night in St. Louis. Here's Rocky Nelson. Rocky singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. There's a ground ball up the middle. Baskall over to first, and that will retire the side. Cards go down in order after 4. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Pirates 1, the Cardinals nothing. And the Fayetteville Woodpeckers are associated with the Houston Astros. Single A, double A. It'll be Monty Baskall, Phil Macy, and Murray Dixon here in the 5th. Monty is 0 for 1. Munger starts the inning with a ground ball to short. Klein, 1 out. No made Marty today. Here's Macy. Phil walked his first time up. Game is cruising right along here in the top of the 5th. There's a ground ball to second. Shane Dienst, 2 out. And now bring up Murray Dixon. Low A. Nice intimate atmosphere. Hopefully the weather is good where you are, Mark. Well, we can ask. Alexa, what's the weather in Fayetteville, North Carolina?
In Fayetteville, North Carolina, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for lots of clouds, with a high of 72 degrees and a low of 54 degrees.
Sounds like a beautiful day for baseball. Thank you. Dixon is 0 for 1. Ground ball up the middle. Klein over to Nelson, and that will retire the side halfway home. We're flying today. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Pirates 1, the Cardinals nothing. We'll be back right after this. Well, I see we have this kind of scoreboard today. Well, we had a fan issue in the second, which delayed the game 28 minutes. The lone run came in the third. Stan Rojek singled home Phil Macy to make it 1-0 Pirates. This has been a pitcher's duel. Murray Dixon, 4 innings, 3 hits, and a strikeout. Munger, 5 innings, 2 hits, a run, it was earned, and a walk. So combined, we've only had 109 pitches in the ball game. Being told that Fayetteville has a 30-year lease with the Astros. When did that start? Or is that new? Glaviano is 0 for 1. Minor League Baseball returns to Vermont at the end of the month. We are now part of the Futures Collegiate Baseball League. So we're no longer affiliated with a major league team, but there's 3 Vermont kids playing up here. Pitch to Glaviano, ball 4. And all 38 of those home games in 2021 will be streamed on video. And called by my buddy George Como. Here's Tommy Glaviano. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. There's a ground ball to short. Rojek well on the grass. Has to throw. Glaviano runs, and he beat it out. That was an excuse me swing. And an infield single. So Glaviano, who has no speed, on second. Glaviano on first. And Munger, who struck out his first time up, will bunt. Bunt is down. Macy picks it up after it rolls foul. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Munger can hit. So we'll let him swing away here. Just don't hit into a double play. Strike out if you have to. Just don't hit in the DP. Here's the pitch. Into left field. Kiner. And won't move any runners. Because Glaviano is going to go. That's deep to left field. Glaviano runs to third to throw. Not in time. So runners on the corners and 1 out. Kiner was well back there against that cold Alpenbrow ad. So 1 out for Shane Dienst. With Glaviano on third and Glaviano on first. Dixon his first 18 on 60 pitches. 4 in the third innings. 4 hits. A walk and a strikeout. Shane Dienst is 1 for 2 with a single. The Houston lease with Fayetteville, just in case you were wondering, started 2 years ago. And, of course, I can't imagine, Mark, that last year would have counted since there was no minor league season. Pitch to Shane Dienst is a base hit in the right field. Glaviano will score to tie it. Shane Dienst is going to get 2 out of the deal. And that's his 15th double of the year. And we are tied at 1. So Glaviano on third. Shane Dienst on second for Lou Klein, who's 0 for 2. Infield playing normal. And Klein strikes out. He watched an 0-2 go by. A fastball at 84, 2 out for Stan Musial, who's 0 for 2. Not what the Cardinals wanted there. Stan, line drive to second. Bascall is there, and that will retire the side. They get the tying run on 2 hits and no errors, and Strand 2 in scoring position. After 5, it's the Pirates 1, the Cardinals 1. So top of the lineup for Pittsburgh, Rojek, Safel, and Hop. Stan 1 for 2, drove in the lone run for Pittsburgh in the third. Munger, 62 pitches for 18 batters and 5 innings. 2 hits and a walk. And there's a base hit right field. So that's the third hit for the Pirates. Here's Safel. Tom is 0 for 2. D. Scott Howard says, Glaviano used to claim he had deceptive speed. I was slower than he looked. Yep, he was not fast. Pitch to Safel is a fly ball left center field. Musial's there. Makes the catch. 1 out for Hop, was 0 for 2. Fayetteville, by the way, in case you're wondering, started on the road. And they are 1-5. I'm assuming, and I know what happens when you assume, that this is the old Sally League, right? The South Atlantic League. Rojic is good speed on first. Throw to first, Stan is back. Hop, 0 for 2. And Rojic was going to try and steal and couldn't get the jump, so the count is no balls and a strike. There's a ground ball to third, might be 2. Glaviano to Shandings for 1. They're not going to throw to first. So 2 out. Hop on base for Ralph Kiner, who doubled his first, or doubled his 1 for 2. D. Scott. Fayetteville, North Carolina, not Arkansas, but D. Scott's dad grew up a little southeast of Fayetteville, Arkansas, in Dover. And just before, there was a truck stop by the name of Bend. So bend over. Pitch to Kiner. There's a liner up the middle. That's a base hit. That might be extra bases. Hop goes to third. So runners on the corners, 2 out for Dixie Walker. Yep, Fayetteville, Arkansas is what you would think of, but Mr. Forsberg, who goes by Michigan man here, is now Carolina man. Dixie Walker is 0 for 2. Garagiola and Munger have a few words. Munger deals. And there's a slow bounder to Shandings. Over to Rocky Nelson at first, and that will retire the side. Pirates threaten but do not score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 left on. Bottom 6, 1-1. So here's Slaughter. Enos is 0 for 2. And he pops this one into center field. Safel makes the catch at the track, 1 out. Still a light rain, 90 degrees. Wind blowing out to right center if anybody can hit it out there at 16. Here's Northey. Ron is 0 for 2. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Dixon. Here's Nelson. Rocky is 1 for 2 with a single. And don't you think he's coming off like a Marine recruiting poster in that picture? He's all at 24. And played half the games for the Cardinals. Pitched from Dixon. Here's a bounder down to Hop. Goes to Rojic for 1. Back to first. And not in time. 2 out. Yeah, the old Sally League is no more. Of course, none of the names there. Carolina League and the Sally League merged, and they call it Low A East. There was scuttlebutt that Major League Baseball was trying to buy the old league names. I mean, Double A East, we know it as the Eastern League, and it's not anymore, to return some of those names. So this year it's just Low A East. Here's Garagiola. He walked and scored in the 5th. And he strikes out. Dixon got him to swing and miss on an 83-mile-an-hour fastball. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner on after 6, 1-1. So Bachman, Bascall, and Macy to face Munger here in the 7th. Eddie is 0 for 2. Into right. Northey in the corner. 1 out. Here's Bascall. Monty's 0 for 2. Got him. He got him to look at an 85-mile-an-hour fastball outside, and that's the first strikeout from Munger. So that'll bring up Macy, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. I bet, Mark, you're excited to go to a ball game again. Pitch to Phil. Got him, and the ball got away. Stretch time, 1-1. I'll tell you that the blender didn't get these strawberries really well. They're still quite thick. Why not keep the names in the minor league? Because they don't own the names. They get to buy them. Even if they stay with Carolina or Sally or Carolina Atlantic. I think it'll be Carolina Atlantic eventually. Glaviano, by the way, is 2 for 2. Mr. Howard, when do the NCAA Division II regionals start for softball? He and I sat there and watched Anna Kasner destroy the Great Northern Athletic Conference in softball. Whatever she decides to do after she graduates this month, she's going to be quite successful at it, I'm sure. Pitch to Glaviano is a fly ball to left. Kiner, 1 out. 1-1, bottom of the 7th on a Tuesday afternoon or a Saturday night, the 13th of August, 1949. Here's Munger. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Popped up. Hop. Calls for it. Dodges the drops. 2 out. And now will bring up Shane Dietz. Red is 2 for 3. He doubled and drove in Garagiola in the 5th. 27 batters deep for Dixon. 89 pitches. 6 2/3 innings. 5 hits. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Got him. And 0-2 out of the zone. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. This one's been a pitcher's duel. 1-1. So Dixon, I imagine they're not going to pinch hit for him, is 0 for 2. He stays in the game. Ground ball to Munger up the box over to first. 1 out. So 27 batters deep for Mr. Munger. 91 pitches. 7 1/3 innings. 4 hits. The run was earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 2. Rojek is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and drove in Mr. Macy in the 3rd. The lone Pirate run. Pitch to Stan. Ground ball to second. Shane Dietz over to first. And that's an error. So Rojek's going to reach. It got away from Nelson. In fact, it went in the dugout. He had to leap for it. And Rojek takes second. Well. So Shane Dietz just looped it up high. And Nelson couldn't come down with it. So it goes in the books as an E4. Here's Tom Safel. He's 0 for 3. Line drive to Shane Dietz, who leaps and makes the catch. 2 out. Well, that's kind of a good example of sometimes you're the bug and the next time you're the windshield. Here's Hop. Johnny's 0 for 3. Anna Kay majored in sports communication. She really just is very telegenic, too. Intern with the Western Washington University Sports Information Director. That young lady has a rubber arm. She pitched 21 innings over 3 days. Had, I think, allowed just 1 hit in the first 2 games. And I'm trying to think. She struck out something like 41 batters, right? Pitch to Hop. There's a base hit right center field. Rojek will round third. No, he will round. Well, they're going to throw to the plate. So he rounds third. Musial fires Garagiola. No. It's 2-1. So the error hurt. Hop with a single makes it 2-1 Pittsburgh. So overall, Miss Kisner, 19 innings, 38 strikeouts, allowed 5 hits, and 4 of those came in the 3rd game. And she did that all on consecutive days, including 14 in the title game. Throw to first. Hop is back. Ralph is 1 or 2 for 3. Is singled and doubled. 2-1 Pirates. Klein, Musial, and Slaughter due up for the Cardinals in the 8th. Kiner into left field. Slaughter going back. Line drive. Enos makes the catch, and that will retire the side. That'll do it. Oh, for Macy, Clyde McCullough coming in to catch. Bottom of the 8th inning. 1 run, a hit in the air is costly. Pittsburgh 2, St. Louis 1. So McCullough is an 8 behind the plate with a 5 arm. Rare to see a catching change with the same pitcher on the mound, but Dixon is cruising. He needs 6 outs for the win. It would be his 7th of the year. Klein is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And we take a look and ask ourselves, who can hit a righty? And Nippy Jones, who's not pinch hit yet, at 366, 7 homers and 57 RBI. Kisner gave up a hit to lead off the first game, and then none until she gave up a mammoth homer in the 2nd inning of Game 3. Pitch to Jones is a line drive to left. Kiner will make the catch, 1 out. That brings up Musial. Stan is 0 for 3. Slaughter on deck. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Pirates. And they've left 5 on. The Cardinals, a run on 5 hits and that costly error by Schoendienst, which has allowed the go-ahead run to score. And the Cardinals have left on 6. Pitch to Musial. Here's a fly ball. Right center field. Safel looking, and we're tied at 2. Musial poked that one in the right center field. Forget the distance there. It's certainly but longer than that for his 23rd of the year. Safel went to play it as if it was going to be a double, but after a while, all he could do was turn and watch it go. And it's not Nippy Jones, it is Stan Musial. So for Stan the Man, that's number 23, and that's a big run as we're tied at 2. Here's Slaughter. Enos is 0 for 3. Here's a ground ball to first. Hop will take it to the bag for the out. 2 out for Northey, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. So Walker, Bachman, and Baskill in the 9th for Pittsburgh. Here's Northey. Pitch to him. There's a line drive to third. Bachman's there, and that will retire the side. But Stan Musial with a big home run ties this game at 2. So a couple changes here. Jones stays in the game. He's a 6 at first and will bat second. Marion will lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. He is a 9 at short. Munger, probably in his last inning, will face Walker, Bachman, and Baskill. Dixie is 0 for 3. Pitch. There's a ground ball to Schoendienst. Picks it up, throws to Jones. 1 out. Brings up Eddie Bachman. Eddie is 0 for 3. Munger deals. Up the middle past a diving Schoendienst, and that's a base hit. So Bachman is on. They'll keep an eye now. How you doing, Mike from the truck? They'll keep an eye now on another runner as Munger has pitched past his 110 pitches And, of course, there was a fan fight that spread on the field in the third inning. Baskill's 0 for 3. There goes Bachman to throw down to Shane Dean. Stays not in time. So that's the fourth steal for Bachman. So the go-ahead runner is in scoring position in an 0-1 count. Pitch to Baskill. It's a fly ball to right. Northey should have it. He does. Bachman tags and goes to throw to third. It's going to be not in time. That looked close. But the play-by-play says he's got into third easy. So the go-ahead run is 90 feet away for Clyde McCullough. Came in the game in the 8th inning. 257, 4 homers, and 28 RBI. So Munger just trying to get one more batter. Pitcher spot on deck. And he drew the walk. So the second walk here, I can't imagine they would let Dixon hit. He is 0 for 3. He stays in the game and flies out one to left field. The AI will be questioned about that. Slaughter makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Pirates threaten. No runs, a hit. They leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 9th. He turned on his overdrive is right. After 8, 2-2. So Marty Marion, Garagiola, and Glaviano here to face Dixon in the 9th. Marty at 265, 9 homers, and 48 RBI. Dixon's pitch. There's a slow ground ball to third. Bachman, you ain't seen nothing yet. Threw that one to first. 1 out. Here's Garagiola. Joe is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Scored the first Cardinal run in the 5th. Line drive to second, or short, rather. Rojek is there, 2 out. You wanted to see a full hour show. We were almost done. So 2 out for Glaviano, who was 2 for 3 today. 2 singles. The pitch. Line drive to Bachman, and that will retire the side. So, you get some free baseball today on a Tuesday. No runs, no hits, no errors. I'm taking a drink after 9, 2-2. Really, I'm not kissing anything. I'm trying to drink my smoothie. And I got a strawberry stuck in there. We're going to go with Fred Martin. And I'm going to put him in the 5 hole. Musial and right. And Deering was a 6 and a 6 goes into center. So Martin will bat in the 5 hole. And Deering, a 6 and a 6, will lead off the bottom of the 10th. Here's Rojek. Oh, Martin. Should tell you about Fred first. He's 1-1 with a save and an ERA of 3. Has not faced the Pirates. His last appearance was a week ago against the Giants. 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no decision, on no walks and a strikeout. 34 years old, fastball pitcher, 82, and a ground ball pitcher. 27 innings, 22 hits, 6 home runs. That's a lot. 10 in total, 9 earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 7. So the changes again as we start the 10th. Martin on the mound. He's a 2 and a .944 fielding percentage. Musial in for Northey and right, who's a 9 and a 7. and Chuck Deering is a 6 and a 6 in center. Rojek is 2 for 4. He has singled twice, drove in a run, and scored. First offering for Martin is a base hit into right center field. Deering will cut it off, and Rojek is aboard with a single, his third hit of the ballgame. Here's the Fell. Tom is 0 for 4. Martin deals. Got him. A 1-2 curve, swung on and missed, 1 out. For Johnny Hop, Johnny 1 for 4, singled and drove in a run. Kiner on deck. And there's a base hit into right center field. Musial will pick that one up. Rojek will hold at second. And runners on first and second, 1 out for Kiner, who is 2 for 4. He has singled and doubled. Here's a fly ball, center field. Deering going back, and that ball is gone. So Kiner found a meatball and crushed that one well into center field for his 41st home run of the year. And they're celebrating all the way from Pittsburgh to Brooklyn on that. It's 5-2 Pirates. Oh, did Ralphie get a massive one to hit? It goes left of the flagpole. And came close to clearing out of Sportsman's Park. So the 41st, a bomb for sure for Kiner, gives the Pirates a 3-run lead. Here's Walker, he's 0 for 4. And that's popped up. Shane Dienst will make the catch by the bag, 2 out. And man, does Shane Dienst's error in the 8th loom huge now, because that run scored. Here's Bachman. Eddie's 1 for 4. He stole his 4th base of the year, too. That hit, by the way, was a single. Here's a fly ball to left. Slaughter will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But Ralph Kiner went boom for the 41st time this year. 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. It's 5-2 Pittsburgh. So Deering will lead off the 10th. Chuck at .318, a home run, and 19 RBI. You know, wonder how... Jamie brings up a good point, how the Red Sox never tried to get Kiner. Where would you have played him? You weren't moving 10 out of left. You weren't moving DiMaggio out of center. Would you have played him at first? I mean, yeah, you would. Kiner and Williams in that lineup? You know, of course, in 1950, the Red Sox scored 1,000 runs. Didn't go to the playoffs, but they scored 1,000 runs. Pitch to Deering is a base hit down the line and left. That's extra bases. Bachman jumped late. Deering is going to go for 3 here. Kiner has a good arm to throw to third. Not in time. So that's the 5th triple of the year for Deering, and that'll bring up Red Shane Dienst. So 36 batters deep for Murray Dixon. 119 pitches, 9+ innings, 7 hits, the home run to Musial. He has walked 2 and struck out 4. Both the runs are earned. Deering really doesn't matter. Shane Dienst is the reason why we're still playing this game. He is 2 for 4 with a single, a double, an RBI, and a strikeout. But it was his error in the 8th that set up the tying run for the Pirates. In the right, shallow right, Walker's there. That should not be deep enough to score Deering, or will it? Nope, they're not going to run on that. So 1 out. Here's Nippy Jones. Nippy is 0 for 1. Musial on deck. It has rained the entire ballgame. And the wind blowing out to Old Glory in center field at 16. It's 88 degrees. McCullough and Dixon have a few words. Murray's got to be close to the end of his game. Jones hits a base hit in the left center field, so Deering will score. It's 5-3. So here is Musial. Stan hit his, and by the way, Jones now has an 18-game hitting streak. Musial has now 23 home runs and 89 RBI. Infield guards the lines. Ball 4. So Musial walks. And here comes Slaughter, who can win the ball game. He is 0 for 4. Jones on second. Musial on first. And Slaughter, the tying run, or the winning run at the plate. Dixon deals to second. Pascal, Rojek for 1. Over to Hop, and that's 2. And so Dixon gets away with it. The Cardinals huff and puff, but they needed 3. They got 1. And the final score here, the Pirates 5, the Cardinals 3. So 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Pirates. The Cardinals, 3 runs, 8 hits, and an error, and that's big. Murray Dixon goes the distance. He goes to 7-8. 10 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. The home run to Musial. He walked 3 and struck out 4. And threw 133 pitches. Martin takes the loss. He gave up the 3-run shot to Kiner. Munger, 9 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, just 1 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. So Kiner now has 113 RBI, and he, of course, is your Digital Dice Player of the Game. My turn. So, can the Dodgers take advantage? They are hosting the Braves. So the rest of the day in baseball for you. Would you believe that Dick Fowler and the A's shut out the Yankees 7-0? Fowler goes to 10-10. Vic Raschi falls to 13-9. How you doing, John? Glad to have you along. Enjoy your meeting. Eddie Juice 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a double. The Tigers beat the Browns 8-2. Ted Gray goes to 10-7. Papai goes to 6-4. Eddie Cocos, 2 home runs, has 18 now. 2 for 4, 2 solo shot. Red Sox 13-4 over Washington. The Sens walked 12 batters. Ted Williams has 30 home runs on the year. Vern Stevens is his 23rd. Ellis Kender goes to 8-11. Mickey Harris falls to 4-5. The Giants beat the Phillies 7-4. Dave Kozlow goes to 11-6. Oscar Meyer 8-9. Nicholson 2 for 4 is 9th of the year with a double. 5 home runs for the Dodgers as they beat the Braves 10-4. They are tied up now again in the National League. Irv Hatton goes to 13-6. Claude Voisel goes to 3-8. Russell 2 for 3 with his 11th and 2 RBI. The Reds pound the Cubs 17-7. Fox and Leonard now with identical 10-10 records. The Reds have 23 hits. Yes, pre-Morgana days. So Walker Cooper 5 for 6 with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. So there you have it. The Dodgers and the Cardinals are tied at 67 and 44. The Giants are 6 back. Pittsburgh and Philly still within a shout at 9.5. The Yankee lead is now 7.5 following the shutout. The Red Sox have cut the gap to 12. Tigers 14.5. Washington 15.5. Tomorrow it's a day game. noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, and look, it's the Phillies and the Dodgers. Hey, I'm Ron Zuckett. Thank you so much for watching Phillies Dodgers at noon tomorrow. Take care, and so long, everybody.